So we're talking Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer
and we're talking
Aniston,
Mr. Wilson.
Owen Wilson, and a Labrador. Although at one point he does contemplate having a Labradoodle. Based on a best-selling book inspired by a column, which I'm proud to say I never saw. One of those life columns. People do life columns nowadays. Stuff I have been doing in my life, written as an entertaining news column. And now all I know about this is what's in the film, okay? Never read the book, never seen the column. So everything I'm going to tell you is the truth only from the film. So obviously clearly fictionalized, but so that's it. That's all I know.
You're not telling us the truth, you're telling us your opinion.
No, I'm telling you what in the factual bits as to what happens in the film. Don't know about the real life thing, okay? Bloke, Owen Wilson, slightly rubbish journalist, married to woman Jennifer Aniston, brilliant journalist apparently, absolutely up there with Bernstein and Woodward, hot as anything in the journalistic.
I'm already thinking Meg Ryan as a helicopter pilot. Already. And no, I've got a degree in nuclear physics. And anyway, which one was that?
It's the moment in a science fiction film when the person who's been cast because they look good in latex justifies their existence by telling you they've got a PhD in astro maths. No, that's not why they cast you in the film. Anyway, the story is they're together, they're a couple. She apparently is becoming broody. So his friend says, hey, the way to head that off is to get a dog because that'll kind of put her off the idea of kids. And if you're a dog... Now, what's he say? He says, to get this absolutely right, he says, if you've got a dog, you're a master. If you've got a kid, you're just a dad. Okay?
Is that the strapline?
Well, actually, no. I mean, the strapline is, how far would you go for a friend? Probably that was the strapline for Free Willy. How far would you go for a friend? Here's a clip from Marley and Me in which they meet the dog for the first time.
Can I look?
No, just almost. Okay, ready?
Really?
1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday.
What? God, they're adorable. Oh, my birthday's not for a month.
Oh, that's okay. They can't leave for 3 weeks anyway.
Come on, we didn't discuss this.
I know, but it was a surprise. You can't.
Hi, guys.
Just rescued the mom last month. Family that gave her up didn't even know she was pregnant.
Well, are you sure we're ready for this?
Well, like I told you, you gotta wait 3 weeks for them to be weaned before you can bring them home.
I'm not even gonna be here.
Why?
I'll be in Gainesville covering that trial.
That's all right. Well, that's okay. It'll give me a chance to bond with them and get a head start on training them, get them squared away before you get home.
That's true. Well, how are we gonna pick one?
Girls are 300, boys are 275. Except for that little guy there. Him you could have for 200 even.
This one? You're so sweet. You're like a little clearance puppy. Hello, puppy.
This one likes you. Clearance puppy likes you.
Well, that's your guy.
Oh, I was gonna pick you anyway. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell the others.
Is that Alistair Campbell attacking you again?
Can I read you what it says in the press notes? John Grogan's book, Marley and Me, is about, with its universal themes of marriage and family, resonated to millions of readers from all walks of life. People from all over the world wrote me letters about how the book mirrored their lives, says the author. Marley and Me is not a dog story, says Grogan. When I wrote it, I didn't think of it as a dog book, and I still don't. I see it as a growth of a family story with the dog as a catalyst. It's a comedy with a poignant side to it. Most of all, says the director of Devil Wears Prada.
Which voice is this, by the way?
The devil. It's all about his life, the roller coaster of life that we all experience. It's about the journey that Marley goes on with the Grogans, says Owen Wilson, who plays John Grogan.
Read out the whole thing, are you?
Marley reminds them how much fun life can be. Now, there are key words that I hate in press notes: journey, universal themes, life and love, learning about it, these things, right? It's like
you could do a voiceover on the National Geographic channel. Add it all together.
I hate movies that tell me that they're about these things. Fine. So even before I go in, I'm kind of quite.
You're in a bad mood.
I'm quite cross.
Did you see this before your broken nose?
Yes, I did.
Right.
It was the end of the day that began with Marley and Me and ended with me running straight into this.
A red letter day.
It was a red nose day in every sense of the word. The problems are numerous. I mean, Owen Wilson's an interesting guy because he plays that. He's a kind of blue-eyed beach blonde kind of character, and in his better work, he parodies that and does satirical stuff about it. But in this, he's just playing the blue-eyed beach blonde character. Hey, I'm Owen Wilson. Hey, Jennifer Aniston, every time I see Jennifer Aniston's face, I just think, why is it not on television? Jennifer Aniston has actually got a face that is the visual definition of television. You put it on a big screen, you go, why is it here? She's in the wrong place. She shouldn't be there. She should be on television, not here. And in fact, Marley and Me should be, if anywhere, on television as one of those, hey, it's Wednesday afternoon at 3:30. Here's an uplifting movie before you pick the kids up from school about how your dog can change your life. It's a lot of stuff about how marriages can change people's life and how children can change marriages, but a dog is forever. And so they have this irritating life. He has the least convincing... I mean, the point is he's meant to be a journalist. He has the least convincing journalist job I have ever seen in my life. I've been a journalist for 20-odd years. I have never gone into any office and had any interaction with anybody vaguely involved in journalism that bears any relation to the fantasy sequence of Owen Wilson going in and getting a job as a reporter on a local paper. And then he gets sent out to do that. But, hey, suddenly a columnist needs
Could you do a different voice now?
I can't, because the sound of that movie, to me, is this sound. It's the sound of being sick in a cup in the back row while the dog chases around all over the park and everyone goes, isn't it cute?
Your
and then
normal
Kathleen
voice
Turner
is fine.
turns up and is crossed with the dog. Right, fine. So now, here's the question, and I've asked this before. Who is this film for? It's like, what's the name of those Japanese toys that... it's like a
Tamagotchis?
Is that what it's called? Tamagotchi. It's not a real pet, right? It's a battery thing, but you're meant to look after it, okay?
Yeah.
It's like you haven't got any emotional real life, so here's a plastic thing to look after. Marley and Me is like, you haven't got time for a real dog. You're too busy. You're too busy in your high-flying world with your Jennifer Aniston. You know what? Here's a film that will do the whole... It will do the puppy, and then it will do the dog eating your sofa, and then it will do the dog poopy thing, and then it will do the dog has to go to the vet thing, and then it will do the dog getting a bit older and getting a bit more lame. Then it will do, and in almost pornographic detail, I'm sorry to say this, there is such a thing as sentimentality porn, and... I've been accused... Yes, there is. There is.
That's a lazy phrase. Do you just mean there are some films that are too sentimental?
No, I don't, because I don't think you can be just too sentimental.
So Love Story.
I love
for
Love
example,
Story. I love Love Story.
Well, that's got to fit in your category.
No, I don't think it. I don't think it does. I think there's a difference between watching what happens in Love Story and watching the final movement. And I use the phrase advisedly again of Marley and Me. And I've been accused of giving the ending of films away. And I've been accused of giving. You know what? I'm not going to actually say it out loud.
You
could. No, hold on. It's a film about a family that get a dog. Figure out for yourself what happens at the end. And at the end,
he has puppies. Or she has puppies. No.
Yeah, no, because in the middle, they take the dog to the vet, Simon, and after the dog has been to the vet on that particular journey,
yes,
he can't have puppies.
Why? What happens there?
Because the vet speaks sternly to him about...
And says, here's Alistair Campbell,
right,
you can't have puppies.
That's right, you can't have puppies,
again.
then you're not going to. So, we get the 10 minutes of sentimentality porn at the end, which I found deeply problematic, because... It's just so rank. I mean, it's really, really rank. So, on the one hand, Owen Wilson, making the money. On the other hand, Jennifer Aniston watching on television. On the other hand, if you've got a dog, right? If you've got a dog, go home and play with your dog. I love dogs. I've got dogs. I love dogs. I know that what comes with dogs is good and
evil.
Good and bad in as much as your experience of them. The wonderful things about pets is that they teach you about dealing with ongoing life crises and the way in which everything that is born dies.
Don't.
No, they do.
How do they do that? How do they encourage you to?
Because A, because they're incredibly intelligent. B, because they're just wonderful to be around. C, because in the sort of the span of your life, a dog's lifespan is shorter. So there is something about the way in which you experience children growing up around pets are better adjusted. Because they understand something more about the universe. I'm going to start singing The Circle of Life very soon.
You're going to burst into tears in a moment.
Oh, actually, I probably am. But not because of the film, but because I love dogs in real life, right? If you're interested in these things, don't go and see Marley and Me. Marley and Me just does the rank little, cute, poopy, cute. Ah, okay. Hey,
what was that bit?
It's the bit at the end.
Oh,
it's the bit at the end, which is the most unjustified, terminal scene that I have seen in a very long time.
Ooh,
it
I
was
wonder what happens.
yucky and then some. And it was made all the worse by the fact that all the way through it, I had to put up with Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston going on a life journey and experiencing things together in a way that made them grow.
Don't do that voice
in a way
again.
they never knew they could be together until Marley showed them that there's more to life
at least
than
we got
just
Bronson
being
and Hush.
really annoying people.
But not as annoying as that voice. Owen, on this
I've become
text,
possessed by the devil.
Shouldn't it be Marley and I?
It should be nothing. It should be Marley and nobody.
But Marley and what? Just
I think it is called Marley and Me, though, isn't it?
It is Marley and Me, but that's wrong. Why don't we go around that person
No, you're right. Therefore, not only is it poop, but it's grammatically incorrect poop.
Is there anything else to be said in its favour? You don't even think dog lovers are going to like it?
I'm a dog lover. I had a horrible time.
I'm sorry I mentioned it.
I mean, really, what else can I say? I love dogs. I hated Marley and Me. Maybe I just don't like people.